got 15. Set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all.
Mixing up the middle. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Throwing his car on third down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Dolphins at 6-10 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Down inside the 40. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Okay, following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr going to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Hurts throw pulled in by Marshall. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Down.
Here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
To throw his Carr. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 36, Hurts.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ready? Happy Rangers, Happy Rangers.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And he was called on. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Once again, they run with Mixon.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Carr. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
19 tight.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for
But he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On second down, the run was strong. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now Carr. Looking for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game. So
he's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 2. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Carr. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Past the 20. Touchdown. David Njoku, 74 yards. And the Jets have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Fighting through pressure, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Mixon.
And he's got it down to the 28.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr now to throw. This is caught by Evans. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Pierre Strong
from 3 yards out.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Next the score, Jets 28, Dolphins 16.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now this time Carl throw. Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
19-18.
Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
19, driver, 19, bring it.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
93.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Mixon will try the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And some space here. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Strong. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. This is the tight end, Njoku. Touchdown, Jets. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Let's go
So the
now.
opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another run with Sanders. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. Start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he fields it cleanly. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
On 3rd down, here's Strong.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Take it at the 37. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll go again with Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Okay,
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
They go play action with Hurts.
And now here is another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Mixing up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Carr to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Ready?
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Okay, ready?
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
To about the 26 here.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Come on.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets,
they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few